Hey, welcome to Get to Know Me. I'm here with
Hello.
Charlene. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So my first question for you is: if money was not an object, what would you do all day?
Um, Probably have my personal chef cook all my meals for me. Healthy, of course, but tasty. And I still drive myself to the gym, but it would be in like a really fancy car, in a different car every day of the week.
What type of car?
Pardon?
I said, what type of car would it be? Oh, you don't have one. You in mind?
Probably one day would be a Lamborghini. One day would be uh, GT 500, like really fast cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your proudest accomplishment?
Um, Probably getting into the best shape of my life in my 50s.
Mm,
That's probably my proudest accomplishment, my hardest accomplishment, but probably my proudest.
Okay. What would you sing at karaoke night?
If I wanted everybody to leave, I would sing because I can't sing very well. Probably after enough drinks, some Shania Twain, man, I feel like a woman or something crazy, but I can't sing. So I probably wouldn't unless I was drunk.
Okay. What's the longest you've gone without sleeping? Why?
The only thing I can think of was I went to one of those all night roller skating things when I was a teenager and I hadn't slept the day before. And I stayed up like most of the night at the roller rink. And I remember just fighting off, trying to fall asleep, sitting at the booth with all my friends. And it was the most tired I ever was in my life. And then just before the morning came, I kind of hid under the table and kind of fell asleep. And my friends had to look around to try and find me. And I was hiding under the table sleeping. But that was the longest I ever stayed awake, for
Okay.
sure.
If you can only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Poutine. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like such a Canadian meal. It's French fries with gravy and cheese curds. Very Canadian, and it's so yummy and fattening and not good for you, but delicious. I couldn't do without it. That's for sure.
Okay. What makes you laugh the most?
Definitely a night with all my girlfriends when we just hang out and talk about fun times and laugh and joke. And it's one of those like really from the belly laughs type of nights. I'd have to say that's probably what makes me laugh the most.
Okay. Who would you want to play you in a movie about your life?
Mm, does it have to be somebody that looks like me, or can it just be who I'd want to be me?
It could just be anybody. Anybody you feel like would be good for you.
Okay, Charlie's Theron, of course, because she's absolutely gorgeous. Who wouldn't want her to play them, right? That would be
Okay.
my girl.
What's one thing you'll never do again?
Well, I used to race horses, trotters and pacers, and I loved it when I did it, but I would never do that again because when I think back now, it's actually really a kind of a cruel sport and not really fair to the horses. So I know it sounds kind of boringish, but it's definitely something that I would never do again.
Okay. What three things do you think about mostly throughout the day?
Definitely number one on my list is my granddaughter. She's just over a year old. So she's my only grandbaby, and her name's Piper. And if you knew Piper, you'd understand why I think about her the most. And of course, the rest of my family. But Piper, the granddaughter, she has to come first. And I know this sounds crazy, but I think about food, like what I'm going to prep for my meals and, for the next day and for that day and calories. I'm always counting calories and stuff. And the third thing would be squeezing in my workout and what I'm going to work out that day and what time. And yeah, kind of boring, but yeah, that's about it.
Okay. What's your favorite prep meal, if you don't mind me asking?
My favorite or what I eat the most, because they're
Your
two different things.
your favorite.
So, well, it depends on what I'm prepping for. So if I'm cutting calories, then it's just always chicken and rice, and then a little bit less rice. But if I'm bulking, then my favorite is like ground beef seasoned with rice.
Okay.
I guess. Again, kind of boring, but I much prefer the ground beef over the chicken. I guess so it's like a chicken. But yeah.
My final question for you is: where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years. So I'd be almost 56. Probably pretty much where I am today. I'm quite happy with my life and the way things are right now. So I don't really want to change anything about that. So I'm hoping I'm still in the same position I'm in today. Obviously, I'll be a bit older, but maybe more jacked. I'd like to be bigger. So I keep with the weights. And so maybe 5 years, I'll be like super big. That's about it. Everything
Weight
else
on
will be the
for it?
same. Pardon?
I said, do you plan on putting the weight on for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's going to be tough, but because I'm pretty tall and lean, but I really, I'd like to bulk up a bit. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. How do we find you on social media? Anything you got coming up soon?
Well, I have hopefully, so they tell me I'm going to be published in Woman Magazine. It's a UK magazine. February 8th, I believe they're being released, and they did a little article on my story and my working out and my modeling at a late age in life. So that's supposed to come out on February 8th. Hopefully it does. And other than that, just, typical modeling stuff, nothing exciting, just part-time. So that's about it.
Okay. And what's your social media handle so everybody can find you?
It's model.charlene for Instagram, model.CHARLENE. That's my Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. I'm trying to remember what my TikTok is. I don't really go on TikTok a lot. So I think it's fit model Charlene, fitmodel.Charlene. Yeah. Anyways, it's linked up in my Instagram. So if you go to my Instagram, you can find my TikTok.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put the link in. I'll put the link in the stuff for you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me on the show. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.